Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. We're located in Frederick, Colorado. My name is Larry Vickers. Today we're going to take a look at a used 2022 Freightliner M2 106. This truck has just a touch over 35,000 miles. And the reason we're starting inside today is because the color is a little bit different in this one than you're used to seeing. So as you can see, it comes with a tan interior, which there's a couple of advantages to that. If you compare it to black, will be cooler for you. And in this particular case, once you get outside, you can see that the interior matches the exterior very well. So just a couple of things to notice while we're in here is one thing I really appreciate about the Summit Hauler conversion is where the backup camera is located. As you can see, it's right above the steering wheel. So that comes in handy for a couple of things. One, obviously to use when you're hooking up your trailer. But second of all, a lot of my customers, when they're not towing, go ahead and leave that on so you can see what's going on from behind. If somebody's coming up from the side or directly behind, things like that, you can see what's going on. Another safety advantage that the Summit Hauler conversion has over some of the others is the dash is wraparound. As you can see, this isn't flat. So when you're driving, it's very easy to get over here and meet any adjustments that you need compared to stretch and clear over and trying to do things. So that's one thing that's really nice about this particular dash. Some other things to go over. As you can see on the gauges, it comes with two air gauges. The top one is strictly brakes. The bottom one does assist with the brakes, but it's the main gauge for other things like what's going on inside the cab, for the climate, air that's in the seat, things of that nature. It monitors that as well. As we work our way to the right, this switch here is an important one. That's the engine brake. So this isn't just a little exhaust brake. That is a true engine brake. So if you're coming down a sharp decline, it's a good practice to get into to turn that on, because that's going to slow everything up. So you actually have 350 horses coming back at you. So clearly that's going to slow things down and make things safer for you and your family and the other drivers on the road as well. It comes with an automatic transmission, very, very simple to drive. Right now we're in neutral with the brake on. When we're ready to start our travels, simply push that back in, press D for drive, and we're on our way. Cruise control is right here. Intermittent marker lights here. Now this is the regen button. That's one that you're probably never going to use. It's more designed for people that drive in big cities. When they need to clean the exhaust out, you run the regen and that clears everything out. However, they're designed to do that automatically when you're in your travels. Traction control is located here. These are for the windows. Mirror heater here. This is the dump valve. So that dumps all the air out of the back of the bed. So when you go to hook up your trailer, let all the air out, utilize your backup camera, makes hooking it up very simple. This locks the differential. Now this is the fan that blows air into the back of the cab. Cool is blue, hot is red. So that is what that is designed to do. As we come on down, trailer brake located here. This dial is for the stereo system, and this is the climate control here. And as we see a couple of cup holders here and in back, and as we look inside, we see more than enough storage room to put supplies when you're in your travels. Now let's jump on out and take a look from the outside. So as we can see from the side view, this is a dark brown. It already has the not for hire stickers on there. So hopefully our friends from DOT will leave us alone. A couple of other things to notice when we view it from this view And as we start at the bed and work our way forward, it comes with 2 storage components, a smaller one in the back and a larger one in front. As we come forward, this is the trickle charger that assists the batteries in maintaining power. An example of when you would use that when you're done with your travels for the day, if you want to leave lights on, listen to the stereo system, things of that nature, you can just plug that into a 110 outlet and that will assist the batteries. This is the block heater for people in cold climates, where you can plug that truck in so it'll keep the block warm overnight. As we come on around and take a look from the front view, and we'll start at the ground and work our way up. We see tow hooks located right in the middle. You'll notice that the bumper is broken into 3 sections. So if we get in an accident and we ding up one of them, we can simply replace that section without having to do the entire bumper. We come on up and look at an aftermarket grille. And above that, as we take a look at the hood, that hood is made of compressed fiberglass. It is extremely tough and durable. We had a hailstorm come through and just demolish the pickups. Well, you couldn't even tell taking a look at the hood that anything had happened to the Freightliners. As we go on up to the windshield, 2,500 square inches of glass. So that, coupled with the fact that we are already above traffic, makes visibility simply outstanding. And finally, as we go on up, we see a row of orange lights across the top. As we take a look underneath the hood, that is the Cummins 8.9 liter engine. It is coupled with the Allison 3200 TRV transmission. This offers 360 horsepower and roughly 1,100 foot-pounds of torque. A couple of things to notice, we see how things are kind of color coordinated. Well, where we see red, we're gonna leave that for the Freightliner mechanics. But where we see yellow, now that's stuff you and I can check in a pre-trip inspection. A couple of things to point out here is the fuel water separator. Now, if we do leave lights on, don't get a door shut, things of that nature, we can actually jump start the truck underneath the hood by using those ports right there. We don't have to tear into the batteries, which are located underneath the back seat. As we take a look at the tires, those are 255 80R22.5. Now we see a separate drum located here. Those are tire balancers. So those comes with BBs and a little bit of hydraulic oil. So as you pick up speed and as you gain momentum, that balances the entire rotating mass. And that actually accomplishes 3 things for us. 1, it makes the ride more comfortable. 2, it's safer since everything is balanced. And finally, it will extend tire life up to 40%. This truck is stock number 5U230631. As we take a look inside the driver's seat, both the driver and passenger seats are air, and those adjustments can be made right here. In addition to that, they are heated, and you can turn that on right here, with adjustments to the seat being made here. As we notice underneath the steering wheel, there is a little pedal. That is to adjust the steering wheel while you're sitting in the driver's seat. Another good practice to get into is that with as much voltage as going through the truck, it's just a good practice to shut that kill switch off when you're done traveling for the day. As we take a look at the back seat makes down into a bed simply by pushing a button. And then it can also be taken back up into the normal sitting position. Now let's focus on the bed of the truck. As you can see, it is diamond plated with 4-inch rails running along each side. We can see the backup camera located up top directly in the middle. As we come on down, we see 2 holes pre-drilled. So if you do have an additional need for more storage, we can simply ship a box to you. And by having those holes already drilled, makes installation very easy. As we come on back, let's take a look at the hitch. This truck comes with a Hensley hitch. It is also known as the trailer saver. And that is because of these airbags here, and there's one more in front. So when you're in your travels, that trailer is basically riding on air. It isn't metal on metal. So that will not only prolong the life of the trailer, but it helps the truck as well. As you can see, there's a gooseneck ball already in there, but that is interchangeable with a 5th wheel hitch. We see a trough already cut in back here. So when we go to hook up our trailer, it makes things simpler. We've had multiple trade-ins with this beat up back here. Well, by eliminating that, really helps you take care of your truck. Here is the hookups for the lights. As we come on down, this is for the Voyager system. So that is the same as the backup camera. So if you have a need to put in more cameras, examples would be in horse trailers, under the mirrors, things like that, you can simply plug that in right there. And finally, as we go down, we see a hitch for a bumper pull trailer. As we come on around and admire the truck from this side, I wanted to speak about our financing options that we have available. If this is a personal loan, we can actually go up to 20 years on your loan. So that really assists you in bringing that monthly payment down. If you are a business customer, the term on that is 7 years. So you have a couple of options available to you when it comes to financing. A big thing to know when we're looking at it from the side is how much lighting it has available. There's a whole row of lights running across the bottom, and right above that, 3 additional lights as well. The truck comes with 2 50-gallon fuel tanks. There's one here and one on the opposite side. As the truck is sitting in rest, as it is now, that fuel's gonna balance itself out. But when you go to hook up your truck, you're gonna wanna do that independently. As we take a look from the ground at this angle, you can really see how much room and space is available. That, and I can safely say that the Summit Hauler conversion offers the most comfortable seats on the market today. Really makes those long trips feel like nothing. As we take a look at the passenger seat, this truck does come with WeatherTech floor mats. Again, this seat is air with those adjustments made right here. Underneath here gives us access to the cab air filters. So as we review, we looked at a 2022 Freightliner M2 106. If you have any other questions about it, please feel free to give me a call at 303-684-3404, or for more information, simply click on the link below. Thanks for tuning in today.